So we went to the Kane County Doll Show, and we did some shopping, took some pictures. We wanted to show you what was at the show and talk about what we picked up. Which for a while there wasn't much in my cart. There still might not be a ton, but we do have some stuff to show you.
Yeah, not a ton of stuff.
So, thoughts?
Thoughts? It was a busy lot. There was something else going on also in another part of the convention little area.
It was super crowded for that show, and I think there was a decent crowd for the show we went to as well.
There was. I thought they had a decent amount of vendors, too. Some different vendors that we don't normally see.
Yeah, I agree. And it was like a nice full room.
It was.
Which was great.
Yeah, and there were a lot of people that were there that we hadn't seen before, and then some of those people that we did see, they weren't there. You know, it's like, kind of like the start of the season again, the nice weather. Do they do it, or do they do it someplace else that's closer by?
Right, yeah. Or do they go to the bigger shows?
The bigger shows.
Stuff like that.
Which recently there was one for Kenosha, right?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, we've never been to that one.
No.
It would be something to do.
If it had been Kenosha, we would have gone.
Yeah.
But it was in Milwaukee, which was a little bit far. But apparently it's a really good show.
Yeah.
We didn't see like the staples for us, like a Little Miss No Name. Nothing. No Giggles. Not a lot of like that sort of
My
realm.
60s stuff. Yeah.
Not a lot of that stuff. A couple Patty Play Pals. Couple Sashas.
One Sasha.
I think there were two.
There were two.
There was
what was the other one?
At the lady who is kind of by where they were doing the panel programming along that wall.
Oh.
But hers are always very expensive. Well,
Yeah.
more expensive than.
Oh, the lady with the Blythe doll.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
I
the
think
Blythe.
maybe.
Yeah, she had a very expensive Blythe.
She always has a Sasha too.
Oh, so she had a Sasha. So
Yes.
no Grigors.
No, not that I recall.
Yeah, this was one of the first ones that we kind of, I spotted some things right away and just started to buy.
Yes.
Take it before anybody comes in, because we were just on time when we got there.
Yes. And I feel like for this show we went more contemporary than generally we would go with what we bought.
Okay.
Would you say it's like more contemporary stuff than like antique-y?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I still have that issue of, I mean, I love the beautiful antique dolls, but when somebody has something that's like $700, you can't just spend that money. I mean, who has money to do that?
I don't know. I don't. I wish.
No, because you're a mommy now.
Even before then, I did not. What are you talking about? Yeah, no. We have found some good deals, though. And we talked to some good people. We had good conversations with, like, the vendors. I feel like we talked a lot to the vendors today. I think it helped because Lena and Piper were there, and they're cute little things, and they were just, you know,
and they're not
having fun.
reborn.
Yeah, they're not a reborn. Everyone was like, "Oh, those are real babies." I was like,
wow, they're real. And
very
it's like,
realistic.
Yeah, which they really shouldn't do right by the reborn area.
I know, just like, shh.
There is a lady who has some really beautiful reborns. I mean, you look at those are so realistic, those babies.
Yeah, I think they're called Jacqueline's reborns.
Yeah, beautiful dolls.
I know, I did, and I was like, truthfully, I was like, if I could afford it, I would get one made of Lena and Piper, like from a baby picture.
That would be nice.
That would be so cool. But they're also very expensive, which is understandable. There were some people walking around with their reborns, which is usually something you see at both the show and Naperville.
That's pretty common.
Yeah. But like for me, not a lot stood out as like I need to buy this because there wasn't a lot of Skipper stuff. Barbie, if you think about vintage Barbie, it was kind of light.
Well, it was kind of ones that had their hair cut or something. You know, it was like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I'd rather have one that was really nice.
Super faded. Like they had some issues. The BJD table didn't have as much BJD stuff.
No, they didn't. That was the strange thing too.
Yeah. I was like, where's the BJD stuff?
Yeah.
I need wigs. I need eyes. I need these things.
Yeah. There were wigs. Somebody was selling wigs.
Oh, yeah. But they were boring. But like stuff from a Smart doll, or I guess we do have Puddle coming up.
Yeah.
Which we'll mention here, maybe.
Okay.
Puddle is coming up.
Puddle. We've been going there a long time.
Yes, we have been. Like, it's probably a decade at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if not, just under a decade.
Well, I came across a number 7 one of the lang.
It's
what do you
been
call
pretty
it?
long.
Yeah, it's a very long time. But I'm looking forward to it because I always have fun.
Yeah, so that is coming up. I'll leave the link in the description
Yeah.
if you're local to the Chicagoland area. It's a fun day out. And it's a small, like, smaller, intimate sort of thing. So there's maybe like 100 people.
Yeah, you kind of get to know everybody.
You do, and it's not, if you're like weird about social situations, it's not that bad.
And if you had known somebody for like years and years and years going to Puddle, and then they go somewhere else for a while, and then they come back, and it's like, oh, you're back. Hey, nice to see ya.
Right? Yes. So that's a nice time, and especially if you're into smart dolls,
Right.
pull up, like basically any sort of doll at this point, but definitely like smart dolls, Blythe pull-ups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments or check out our channel, and we have a bunch of different show haul videos on Puddle.
I thought it was really good. I thought they had a good group of people. What was unusual for me to see was a couple, was it 3 Wisconsin clubs that were part of it.
Yeah.
And that was nice to see something new.
Right.
Because otherwise, when you go to 2 and 3 times, people tend to bring the same stuff, and you tend to see the same thing over and over and over.
Which I did mention while we were browsing around, because there's things that I think are cute every show, but it's just they're out of my budget, or I don't have space, and I'm like, but she's so pretty. I've seen her like for years now.
Yeah, and sometimes you wait 3 years and then finally going, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. And the Wisconsin representation.
Yeah,
that was
I
new.
think it was about three different booths.
Yeah.
It was
And
nice.
The UFDC usually has a table there, or has in recent shows.
Well, they did have a table there.
Yeah, so they've been doing it for a couple of years.
Right.
Which is good to see that too. But yeah. I don't know.
And they had a presentation in the middle, which we didn't get a chance to stay for, on Russian dolls.
Yes. They didn't have that like big display area.
No, I wanted the big display. They
Yeah.
had 2 really nice cases that they put some dolls in to show out what they were going to be talking about. But I do like that middle one.
I do like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice being able to see like a bunch of one thing, all pristine.
Yeah.
So what did you buy?
What did I buy?
You get to go first.
Your children bought things.
They did.
Okay, what did the first thing that I bought, something from my era. That we said we didn't see anything, but actually.
No, but this was actually a super cool table. It was like it had my mom's name written all over it.
Little Kiddles. These are the little rooms, the garden, the kitchen, and one of the bedrooms. And these are really nice to have. The more little Kiddles you get, the more they need a place to sit.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
and these were really reasonably priced. She was sizing down on doubles, keep the real good stuff, and then sizing down. So I really love this. This has got some really nice ones.
Right, and we have plenty of Kiddles that need
And
something
buildings,
to
yes,
sit on.
yes, they do.
So-
They need something to sit on. So I got that.
She had a lot of nice stuff too that you don't generally see that's Kiddle themed at her table. I feel like that was in good shape.
Right. I mean, she did have really nice stuff, and a lot of the houses and stuff. But I've got them.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go and buy another one, I guess, and then sell and get up. But I'm never
Right.
really gonna sell. So.
Upgrade.
Yeah. I should have done that, but I didn't.
Well, maybe she'll be back.
She might be.
I feel like she probably did pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'll go with my last purchase first, I guess. I saw this girl when we did the first round of the show, and then I came, like, our final lap around. I was like, well, if she's still there, I'll give her a home. So this is a Pet Pal Skipper. You don't generally see a lot of this era at the show, and if you do, generally their neck is broken.
Oh, yeah.
So this one she had clothes, she had some accessories, her hair's still in good shape. I have a Pet Pal Skipper, but I also have a bunch of outfits now that I need to put on this style of Skipper. So I thought, why not? For $10, I thought it was a good
Right.
deal for me.
And she does collect skippers.
I do. So that was, this was really nice to see, like, especially to see my era of Skipper represented.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all the Barbies that sell, all the tables that sell Pink Fox never bring a Skipper.
No, they
So-
don't. They go to the little tiny babies.
So this was nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, in the middle of the video, let's plug this collector's call thing. Easter Sunday, April 20th, which
Kind
is
of busy.
a week from when we're shooting this. Collector's Call, which is a show on MeTV, will be featuring both my mom and my's collection in the entire episode of the show. Like, the entire episode is our collection. So if you've ever
would've
wanted to
thought?
see this on TV, that your chance is now with Collector's Call.
Yeah.
April 20th, 2025 on MeTV. Check your local listings.
It's Easter. I'm busy.
I know, it's Easter. I'm like, they're either trying to cover it up because it's like terrible or boring or I was awful, which I hope is not the case, or it's just because I was the third episode they shot and this
Yeah.
is the third episode of the season. So DVR it if you're celebrating Easter that day, or put it on with your whole, family. So
Okay.
check your local listings, but Easter Sunday you can catch this collection on TV.
It was fun. It was fun to see her and her doing it.
Yeah,
It
so
was fun.
we'll talk about it more after it airs, once we can see how crazy of a doll lady they make me look. But I just wanted to let you know, in case you have not seen the Instagram or the Facebook posts,
Because
that
she's
we will
going
be
to go
on TV.
crazy. There you go.
So, yes. Let me know what you think if you watch it.
Oh.
Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of going to Puddle with and getting something new to play with and bring to Puddle, this is a Blythe. It's the lady who had it customized, and I've never had anything customized really. Not well, one thing, and very early on in Blythe time. So this is so cute. It's one of the little chubby bodies. I've been looking for a chubby body. So as she called it, as being, if you watched Drew Carey in the old days, it was like the secretary with the crazy outfits and stuff that you would have seen.
Yeah, well, because the body is a Mimi body. They just took the head off the doll.
Well, it's nice to know what ones you can take off too.
So it was
Mimi.
like a Mimi from the Drew Carey show body, and they took the doll's head off and put a Blythe head on there.
And she's got the 2 cords so she can
That's
close
cool.
her eyes and then easily open them, because sometimes these are a pain in the neck to do the eyes.
Oh, totally.
That and the pull-ups.
Yeah, and it's carved too.
It's carved. I've always wanted to have something carved like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's all she says about that. That it's just on the body. I'm going to
cute.
call her Mrs. Partridge though, because she's very colorful.
I could see that.
Either that or Danny.
Do you call her Danny Partridge?
Danny wore some bright colors.
Could be. You never know.
Yeah. So that was fun. So kind of kept going back and forth to her booth because I wanted to get something else. And she did have a ball joint Adele too, a couple of those. Would have been nice to get, but so that's the one.
Yeah, that was from Karen's booth, which we did both pick something up. So like I picked up from that same booth because nothing was like this one was cute, and my mom pointed it out, and I was like, she is kind of really interesting. Plus, she kind of fits my collection of BJDs.
Odd.
Yeah, because she's an odd sort of BJD, so she fits. But she just has these really fun eyes and these really funny like elf ears. She is according to the tag, a doll family. Guguo? Guguo. But when I asked her about it, and she was like, she's part of doll family. She bought her used on like Den of Angels. But when she was looking up doll family and like this one specifically, she couldn't find anything. And I also could not find anything. So I have to do a little more research. But she just had a really cute face, and her ears were really fun. And like I said, she kind of fits in with my like one-eyed BJD and like my barefooted BJD. Like I just have weird looking ones.
And you know, if you didn't buy it, I was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, she's just really cute. So yeah, she'll come to Puddle with me, I think, because she either needs to be restrung or tightened, or just my mom said
Suede or
sueding.
something. Maybe sueding.
So she's super cute.
This is a doll that was commissioned from Poland to make. I guess it's on
Lady Verin.
Vermin?
Verrin.
Little Idea.
Yeah.
There were a couple of them. What was the other one that they had? Oh, the Ghost Girl.
Yeah.
They had a Ghost Girl, but it just wasn't enough ghost for me.
No, it's just the eyes. They basically
Yeah.
just didn't put in the eye chips, and it was like the ghostly eye.
So she's a little pouty on the pouty side, but I thought she was cute.
She's cute.
Yeah, because usually I just have to go and struggle with and make one myself.
Mm-hmm.
Let one be done already. So, but
Yeah,
she's cute,
no, that is really fun.
and she's got the two strings to make her eyes close and open.
And then her eyes change, or no?
You know, I didn't want to play with them that
Yeah.
much.
It's fine.
But
I
she's
do
got
like her
pretty.
eyelids.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she is fun. And there were a couple other custom Blythes there. There was one booth that had factory Blythes that were like naked and factory faces, and then this one that had all the custom ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for her next time.
What else did I buy?
The
Lena ended
girls
off with a
bought-
Kristoff doll for $3, and both the kids ended up with the Vampirina Castle playset, or her house, Vampirina's bed and breakfast house. And then the final thing I bought, this is actually for Piper, but it fits into this video, was a Madame Alexander Mommy's Pet. She's a crier from 1973.
She had a different outfit on. We just
Yeah. It's
put
getting
this
cleaned.
one on. Yeah,
But she has a cute face.
she's very pretty.
Yeah, and apparently Piper saw her and was like trying to like wave to her.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, baby.
So this is Piper's.
And Piper needs a Victoria from Madame Alexander because then it's the thing we do back and forth where I get a baby for each of them. But
Yeah.
she doesn't have her Victoria yet.
No, but this is actually really cute, Madame
She is
Alexander
pretty.
baby
She's-
doll. I like her haircut. I think your face is cute. She is very reminiscent too of a Victoria, just without, with hair.
Isn't there one like named Angel or something? That's
I don't know.
Can't remember.
So yeah, this was the last purchase of for the show for me.
This is a little Alexander. She needs to be restrung.
Open your eyes, girl.
Open your eyes to the world.
There we go.
So I'm going to have fun restringing her. I just thought she was cute. Actually, I didn't. I thought she got sold a long time ago, but somebody probably thought I'm not going to string it.
No.
But I'll try stringing her.
Yeah.
She's cute.
Oh,
But she'll be fine.
she will be
She'll
fine.
be fine.
My mom has a video on restringing Madame Alexanders that are like
With the little
tiny
ones
Alexanderkins.
and- yeah.
If you're interested, if you're like, ooh, I wish I knew how to do it. She has a video that's super informative.
And the last thing that I got, which I actually have one of these, but this one's missing the headpiece on it, but it replaces it by having an autograph on Mr. Tonner. And this was one, a table entry, I think, or
It's like it's a centerpiece.
yeah. And you need more than one little spaceship in your house.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really cool line.
Yeah, I like this. It's really cute.
Yeah.
So it was really reasonably priced too.
I mean, Tanner did some interesting things.
So that was fun. We saw a bunch of people, well, a few people that we know.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we didn't get to see you the show, we hope you had a good one. We hope you found some fun stuff.
We talked to Dee from the car.
D. Yeah, and then we had the guys that talked to us as well, who we've seen at some other shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun. I think
Yeah.
it was a good haul.
It was good.
show.
It was good. They did a nice job.
Yeah. So Naperville Doll and Teddy Bear Show, Naperville Doll Show, is Sunday, June 8th. So that's in June. And then we have the toy show coming up in literally like 2 weeks, which is not, if you're brand new to this channel, the toy show doesn't have a lot of dolls. But if you're part of like a unit of people that just collect toys, you collect dolls, someone else collects toys, it is a good show. Just to wander around.
There are some that are there that are just dolls.
Yeah, and then
You gotta hunt and peck a little bit.
Yeah, still fun though. The other show is this Nada show.
Which
N-A-D-D-A.
I don't know if it ever came here before.
Yeah, so it's the National Antique Doll Designers Association. I may have gotten that wrong. But their 2025 annual doll show and sale is May 16th, 6 to 9 p.m. and May 17th, 11 to 5 at the Sheridan Suites, Chicago O'Hare. And from what I gathered, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, it's basically like set up like room sales where you go to the hotel and there's a bunch of people selling from their room.
That's cool.
Yeah, so, and I mean, I don't think there's an admission for that,
No,
right?
no, because people are coming in on their own. The other things
Yeah.
are a price.
So there's no admission fee. So if
Right.
you're at all into like antique dolls or you want something new or brand new to shop through, this might be worth attending.
Yeah. But what is this? There's a My Little Pony Friends Forever pop-up event
It's
in Michigan.
Michigan.
Boy.
This is all the places that this Dancing Whimsies is going to be at.
The what?
Dancing
Whimsy.
Whimsy Steria's Wandering Wares. She had a bunch of Lika-chans. I actually bought the Skipper
that's-
from her booth.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the person from that booth.
So
Gotcha.
she listed the show she'll be in. So if you're in northern Indiana, there's a show coming up, the Northern Indiana Doll Show and Sale. The Thrill of the Hunt sale is in Highland, Indiana. So Indiana, you have some sales coming up. Puddle, of course, we talked about. And then this like pop-up event that's a My Little Pony Friends Forever pop-up event in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Which I'm like, how do I go to that? Because I miss I miss the My Little Pony convention so much.
Yeah.
Ugh, my pony collection never grew so much in those 3 years that we could go to it, or 2 years.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Pony shows are really fun.
And they don't even do it anymore. That
Right.
one stopped happening. So this pop-up event in Grand Rapids, if you're in Michigan, please go to it and tell me all about it.
And gem shows are always fun too. We got to go to those before.
That needs to come back.
Maybe with the reproductions they will.
Well, they still tour. It just hasn't been in Chicago.
Okay.
So someone has to volunteer to do it.
There we go.
Not I. So that's a look at what's coming up
is
in the
it.
future and what we picked up at the show. Let us know if you went to the toy show or the doll show, or if you've gone to one in your area and what you picked up. We'd love to hear that.
And
Check us out on Collector's Call, because why not?
she's excited.
I am excited and I want it to get good ratings.
Okay.
I mean, let it be one of the top rated episodes.
Okay.
It won't be on Easter, but we can at least try.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
And also, we do have videos coming out. I just have to edit them, so they're probably all going to be posted in like one fell swoop.
Which is why my video didn't get posted yet, because I'm
We're waiting on
for-
me. So there will be videos that were supposed to be out last month that will be out this month. I promise. I'm sorry. I will do better.
Bear with us.
Yes, it's just been a lot of like late nights when I could not edit because I hate editing at night, but I will do it for you guys. But yeah, that's it. Just
That's it.
quick. I'm sorry. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. All right. So let us know what you thought of the video, what you thought of this stuff. Let us know what you picked up recently, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.